What's up, everybody? I'm back with another video. It's your girl Lemon Drop, and I am basically um going to do a legend tutorial, a legend update tutorial actually. So I've already updated one of them, but I have to update this other one. So since I have to update this other one, I figured why not do a tutorial. So this is a legend, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're going to come to Ledger's website first of all. And you're going to click on apps. And you're going to scroll down and you're going to install Ledger Manager if you don't already have it. You're going to click get the app because I already had the app. It's actually a Chrome app. And yeah. So if you're going to update your firmware, it does erase your application. So you see this says updating your firmware will erase your applications and device configuration. Your recovery phrase is required to restore your accounts after the upgrade. Do not proceed without it. Install the OS updater by clicking on OSU button. A manual configuration confirmation will be prompted on your device. Update the firmware using the firmware button. Your device will automatically reboot once finished. So I didn't update the firmware on my other one. I actually updated the MSU. So let me add another window. And let's see. Desktop will work. Okay, that's not working either. Okay, well, I can't do regular. This is why I should have left my settings the same. But I was messing around with it and I messed it up. Let's see if I can get this back up. No, I don't want that. Remove this. Yes. And then window 2, I could change this. Okay, nope, that's wrong. You guys have to bear with me. I should have had this right before I did it, but I thought it was going to record as I changed screens, but apparently not. We'll just keep clicking so I can see it. I don't know which one it's going to end up doing. I don't know. Alright, I'm just going to stop this because I don't know. Alright, so what's up, YouTube? Back with another video. It's your girl Lemon Drop. I was having technical difficulties. Okay, so basically here is what I was talking about. So you're going to come down, you're going to go to Chrome, and you're going to go to Ledger Wallet's website. You're going to download Ledger Manager. And because I did not update the firmware, I'll show you how to update MSU first. So what I normally do after you download that, open a new tab, click on Ledger Manager, and hook up your ledger. You're going to put in your PIN. So I'll put in my PIN. Wait. Okay. And you'll see your regular apps that you normally have. But it'll tell you, it'll come up with new firmware available. So you'll click install, and it'll say installing, and it'll say allow ledger manager, and it'll have that identifier at the bottom, and that's the one that you click the right button, which will check off, and tell them yes, insufficient space remaining, please uninstall some applications, continue, I guess click install again. I mean, the purpose of the OS upgrade is to, oh, guess I have too many apps. Let me see. My other one, I didn't have this issue, so I don't know. Let me see. Because there's two ways you can do this. You can either download on Chrome, the Chrome app, or you could download it to your add it to your applications, which is what I usually do. And if something like this comes up and you can't get it to work, you might have to go the alternative route, which is to come over here, come back in, go to Ledger Manager. She will call me when I'm live streaming. Hold on 1 second. All right, I am back. This is just my look, and I'm streaming live. That makes it worse. Okay. Anyways, you can come back over into Chrome, and let me see if this is even going live. Hold on. I always do this. The comma instead of a period. Okay, yeah, it's saying I'm live. Okay, so anyways, come over here, basically try again, I guess. I mean, I didn't have this problem with my other one. Maybe this is the one I updated. I'm pretty sure, no, it's not, because the new firmware wouldn't pop up if that was the case. I guess if you have too many apps installed, it may end up doing this. So I'm gonna do click on firmware, still 1.31. MCU is still the same. Let me okay, it's tripping now. Okay. And it'll pop up new firmware. Hopefully this works. Okay, it's still having issues. So if it's still having issues, what you can do, unplug it, plug it back up, and put back in your passcode again. This is like the worst tutorial ever. As always, click a new firmware, click install. Fingers crossed. Come on, come on, come on. Allow ledger manager. Click the check mark. Come on, come on, come on. Still saying I have too many applications. So what I'm gonna do is uninstall some of these. Which is kind of hard because it's saying, I guess I have to uninstall some of these then. But if I uninstall it, I don't want to have Bitcoin and crap on here, and then I'm uninstalling this. Oh, this is like the worst ever. Because it's acting up. I always go back over and okay, so in order to take advantage of new firmware, we strongly recommend Ledger firmware 1.4. We strongly recommend our users to update their Nano S. Note this can take up to 15 minutes. Due to the update, our servers are under a very heavy load. This results in difficulties to update the device. We recommend to wait a few hours or days before proceeding to update. Funds are not at risk. You can't break your Nano S. However, you may have to try a few times before succeeding. If you are in immediate need of funds, it's better to delay the update. So to know which firmware Nano runs, I'm running 1.3. 1.1.3. Please be advised that any cryptocurrency applications you have previously installed in your Nano S will have to be reinstalled following the update of your device. This has no impact on your cryptocurrency accounts. You retrieve your balances as soon as the apps are reinstalled. As a reminder, uninstalling the app does not impact your coin account, nor does it impact your seed. Okay, make sure you have your 24-hour recovery seed. Launch the Ledger Manager available here on your PC, Mac, and connect the Ledger Nano S to your computer is the first step. So I already did that. Put in your PIN code, already did that. Unlock your Nano S by entering your PIN code on your device. Let the Ledger Manager synchronize your wallet and wait for a dashboard to appear on your Nano S. Click on the firmware ledger application in the top corner. Oh, right. You may get the following error, unable to install OS Updater. If you get this error, please uninstall some applications from your Nano S and restart the procedure. So I'm going to have to uninstall some applications. I'll uninstall Stellar. I will uninstall Qtum. Now I got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and that's all I'm going to uninstall. These other three were already on here. And waiting. It'll say processing. Okay, now it says update firmware, and you're putting your PIN again. And then it'll say MCU firmware is outdated. So click both buttons. It'll say the device MCU must be updated using the Ledger Manager app. Press and hold 5 seconds. The button close to the USB when you plug in. Update is mandatory. Press buttons to restart. So what I did was unplug this. And then I click the left button, which is closest to the USB port, and plug it in. Hold that and plug it in. Hold it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll see bootloader pop up, and update is on here, but when the update pops up, you can press both buttons. Then it'll say processing. Then it'll say installing firmware on your computer. And then let's see. I really didn't have all these issues with the other one. Okay, now it's done. Later pops up and then it tells you to enter your PIN code again. And now you're back to your settings. You're gonna reinstall the apps that you want to install. So usually I just download the Bitcoin app because Bitcoin Cash is within that one as a fork. Click Allow Ledger Manager. Is it going to finish or not? Okay. And then Bitcoin Go, I add that one. I do want to add Qtum and Stellar just because I don't have those on the other two. And on the good thing about this update is you can definitely put like 8 apps on there. As many as it lets you utilize all your space that we were complaining about, like just only able to install 4 applications. For some reason, this one is an older one, and I was able to put more than that on here. But now that I know, and just so you know, the Bitcoin Go and Bitcoin app will look the same. I'm gonna do Neo, and then I'll do Stellar. Okay, and those are all the ones I think I want on here. I think that's all. So what I'm gonna do, go over to my settings, go to device, click firmware, and then it'll say 1.4.1. And then when you go to, MCU is 1.5. Click both buttons, go down till you see back, and then double click twice to, or not double click, click both buttons at once to get the other one, and then that's it. So that's basically how you update it. Like I said, you can always follow the instructions that's here. But remember, if you do see that error, that you do need to uninstall some applications first before you can. Which I didn't have that same error on that one, but maybe it's because I had more apps on this one than I had on the old one. But to see how many apps you could put on her total, I might continue to install, but I think I'm not going to. I did want to get into Pivx, but I'm not sure. But my Bitcoin app is not working on here. Okay, so this is Safari, so we need Chrome. Okay, so this one, the Bitcoin wallet, what you can do is open the Bitcoin app. And then it'll ask you legacy or SegWit. I usually choose SegWit because it's faster. And it'll tell me, Here's the good thing about having mobile wallet and the good thing about having this wallet. So with this wallet, this is for Bitcoin Gold actually, but you know how much Bitcoin you have on here. It's kind of sad that you don't know until you have to get the Ledger Blue to know, um, or never, or in the OTG kit, which is the on the go kit for Ledger Nano. But I don't have that, so right. I just stick to whenever I'm around my computer, and I usually have my computer on me sometimes. So, only thing I don't like is that the Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin wallets look the same. Like the apps on here look the same. Like I'll show you. Like you see right there, you see BB. The first one is Bitcoin Gold. The second one is Bitcoin. So I know that because of the order I installed them in. But well, you can see it written on there too. But I just wish they had another icon or a different color icon or something. But let's go into the Bitcoin one there. But the money that you thought you forgot about is really on here. So with digital wallet or whatever, what will happen is you will actually end up spending that money. That's like the spendables. This one is the one that you hold on to. So if you wanted to give account for how much, or if I wanted to give account for how much Bitcoin I have just on my ledger, I usually write down the address, or the first 5 digits of the address, and I'll put BTC SegWit. If you number your ledgers, like using a permanent marker, that helps too. And then sometimes I write down the full address, sometimes I don't. And then put how much is in there. So for this one, I have 4132. And that's BTC SegWit. And then say I quit this app. Well, you can go over, and Legacy may have an amount, depending. And Legacy has 0. So it's 2 different amounts, which can get confusing if you don't know what you're doing. But like, so if I came here, this Bitcoin Gold SegWit, of course that's 0. But if I went back in, say okay, I want Bitcoin Gold Legacy. And synchronize them, but while that is happening, let's go over to Exodus. And this one still says 0, so let's go back and make that Bitcoin Cash. Oh, click the wrong choice. Bitcoin Cash. You can click main or split. And this is main, so this is for Bitcoin Cash for me. So BTC Cash, and that'll be $45.89. because I have 3 different addresses, I usually don't put anything else. Usually quit the app, come back in, click Bitcoin Cash, and split, and it has 0. So quit this, and go to Litecoin, and then I usually choose Silkwood. So for Litecoin, I have $51. $0.33, and that's for LDB8D. And then I usually exit, quit this app, click on it again, and then use legacy, which is 0. So, yep, it's all in a matter of so wake up Neo. And close 0. So saying wake up Neo. I think there's an app. I think let's see. If I do Ethereum, which is over here. I don't think I installed Ethereum. Let's see. Try again. It's not working. So click get the app again. Click install again. Launch app. Well, Ethereum isn't working, so I don't know. But anyways, yeah, you guys get the gist of it. Some Qtum wallets. There's nothing. Great. But by the way, if you guys have browser support on, it needs to be turned off. That's a lot of times why the applications don't work. This one still isn't working, so I don't know. But yeah. Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I am out. Peace.